Well, code does last forever. Don't worry about that too much. I don't know about that. I'm a rigger, so I'm just gonna go let that one slide. In essence, yes, the more complex pseudo-intelligent drones become, the more we'll have to learn to convince them that we have ordered them to do is the best course of action within reason. Part of the reason the self-correction code exists is to protect against user error. These drones are only doing what they've been designed to do. Oh, they think the user is making a mistake, so... yeah, I understand. I don't think you should go too far in that direction, though. Making the AI... trying to make the AI so intelligent that it's going to be foolproof, human-proof rather, is... I don't know. The deeper I got into data sharing and self-development code, the more I came to realize that it was impossible to build a truly independent drone, a system as simple as waiting order priority. Checking from A to B to C is functional but inelegant. My solution was to create a system of interlocking desires and motivations that shift and change over time. The only overriding principle is that both Koshchei and I must work together to solve problems. I mean, you have to work with your drone, I get it. But those drones are trying to work with each other. I would not trust them to not deadlock each other over this. I don't know, it would need some testing for sure. That's a novel approach. That's why it works as well. As you increased independence, so too is danger increased. If Koshchei determined that the best method of preserving my life was to shoot me in the leg, it would do so. And I would likely allow that to happen. Koshchei's senses and analytical abilities are superior to my own, at least in terms of battlefield threat assessment. That's a lot of trust into a robot that needs to be earned. This kind of trust needs to be earned. And I'm not there yet. Recent messages. Olympics cancelled, what? Can't stand can believe it, Jong. After spending all that time and money tracking down tickets to the 2060 Neo-Tokyo Olympics. Oh, Tokyo's been destroyed again, what? The OYC's cancelled them entirely. Some crap about not having enough participants. I guess a ton of countries pulled out in protest over Japan's treatment of metahumans and the way they've handled the holdings in California. Japan has holdings in California. That's interesting. So Tokyo got raised. Let's say it got raised around 2030-ish, okay, in that decade. It only lasted 100 years. I'm just going to say that right now because Tokyo was raised in the 1930s. By fire. By fire, be personal, but really an earthquake and then fire, because the earthquake was during lunchtime, and back then everybody cooked with, you know, stoves, but coal stoves, and, you know, coal stoves that used the fire inside, so it put fire everywhere. Long story, that's completely irrelevant. I was just saying, I thought that was funny. Neo-Tokyo, let's just say that in their world, Tokyo disappeared in 2030-ish. It only lasted a year. A century. Not a year, dear me. I mean, yeah, I'm all for equality, but the Olympics, that's about brotherly love, the spirit of cooperation and the unity of mankind. Remember when the Koreans got back together after not talking to each other for years? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Can't imagine anyone using them for such transparently political purposes. It breaks my heart. I mean, making shows of unity is also politically, I mean, you're just disappointed it's not the political show you wanted it to be, whatever. So yeah, I was hoping to take a look at your power output test data sometime soon. I'm going to be in and out of office all day, so just let yourself in and put them on my desk. Code is 98144. Thanks. Thank you, Zia, especially, because Zia allowed me to look in. Oh, that's an item, of course. Lab safe. What is this? Oh. We'll need to find a way to open that. Very well. Excuse me. Thank you. I want to get in here. That's Hardingham, not... I haven't found his passcode, I've found Taylor's passcode. Is this Hardingham? Taylor? Yeah, it's Taylor's office. Alright. 98144, something like that. 98144. Hey, that's exactly what I said. Dude. It's like I'm good at this or something. I mean, it just happened, so I would have been pretty poor to not remember that, but whatever. I wasn't trying to commit it to memory. That's why it's impressive to me. Alright? Shush. Thank you, Aries Asia Holdings. I do hope that it's going to be a productive day. Let's plant the data. Cool stuff. Project records. Red line. Prototype directory active. Authorized users only. No shit. Security is everyone's business. Asia? It really should have been your business. Security briefing, I guess. Attention, Aries Asia Holdings employees and residents. Last week, knight-errant officers responsible for the security of this facility received several reports of suspicious activity in the public area of the building. At 13:31 last Tuesday, security footage shows a troll, approximately 28 years of age. That's a large gap, just saying. Entering the public mezzanine areas of the building. The subject was seen attempting to gain access to restricted areas. Is this their teen years and that's why, you know, it was specific to that? I don't know how trolls grow or anything. Maybe they have pimples in between those years and that's how they know. The subject exited the facility before knight-errant could intercept and question him. Reports from Aries citizenry indicates the subject was asking about research labs working on directed energy weapons. Several hours later, the subject was seen re-entering the building from a side entrance wearing a custodial uniform. Knight-errant guards attempted to detain the subject, but during their arrest attempt, both guards were severely... Oh, so he's good at fighting. Alright. Any employee or residents should contact security immediately if they see this troll. Do not attempt to detain him or interact with him in any way. The subject is considered highly dangerous. You only described him as a troll that's relatively young. How are they supposed to mistrust every single freaking troll that is relatively young that enters a stupid building? That's stupid. No. Dr. Taylor, it's come to our attention that you have not been treating this threat with the seriousness we believe it deserves. Please remember that the safety of your person and your research is not solely your concern. A strike against you is a strike against all of Aries macro technology. When engaging in off-site entertainment from now on, we would request that you travel with a group. Thank you. Are you talking about the troll threat specifically or just threats in general? Because that should be threats in general. Just saying. Emitter aperture refinement. I've had to change the emitter and focusing array in our latest MP4 redline prototype. Prior to this, we were using the same emitter array as the MP Laser 3 since it's a proven design. Unfortunately, that array is too large to continue using at this point, and there's legacy software that we need to update. The largest problem is that the outer lens is 3mm too large for our new housing. Okay. Bring out the saw! I don't know. In light of that, I've commissioned 20 new focusing arrays. They're being manufactured in Detroit, but should arrive next week at the latest. The fabrication technique is the same type that we acquired from Zeiss last year. It should give us superior beam coherence, even in high dust and fog situations. Taylor. Prior emitter research. Personal notes on MP Laser 1 research. I've been going back through the files from Aries Arms research on the original MP Laser. A lot of work was done by one Elliot Mills Fargo. Unfortunately, Mills Fargo is dead. From what I can gather, his son killed him during a drunken argument. What's curious is that most of the research files have been heavily redacted. It's all very curious. It's almost as if Ares Arms doesn't want anyone to know anything about the initial research. It's very curious, given that we're all supposed to be working toward the same thing, aren't we? From what I can gather, Mills Fargo had a radically different design philosophy than Hardingham in the High. That's why you're researching into it, I assume. Most of Mills Fargo's notes indicate that he was primarily interested in purely vector soliton fiber lasers, rather than our own doped matrix technology. From what I understand, that's also the basis for Winter Systems' own attempts at a man-portable laser solution. I can't find any evidence of how they would have developed that technology without access to Mills Fargo's work, though. Curious. I mean, that was project records about emails. Door code! Yeah, that sounds interesting. You killjoy. Hardingham, I cannot believe you. Did you tattoo on me tonight, Aaron, saying I'd blown off the security brief and ran to go drink alone? Pfft, I'm a senior researcher, not a bloody prisoner. If I decide to go have a drink on my own, that's my business. Besides, Central and Admiralty are both crawling with police at any hour. They're triply secure, for God's sake. I mean, you're not 100% there, or in your lab. There's, you know, a whole path in between the two. Pub time! Listen, H, I really do hear what you're saying about security, and I promise I'm not taking it lightly. I was thinking we could head up the pond after the meeting tomorrow. I've got 8 or so takers from the lab, and Knight Aaron promised to loan us a low-profile bodyguard, make sure nothing goes awry. How does that sound to you? How do you pronounce that? I've never known. Ari? R-I? Anyway, door code. They changed your door code while you were out on vacation. The chips got a little fried when someone forgot to close the shutters in the laser lab when they were testing one of the new emitters. It's 23847. Gonna assume he was talking to Hardingham again. H, one of the researchers downstairs hit me up in a meeting about supporting something called Project 2231. It's headquartered in the Algonquin Manitou Council, some godforsaken backside called Complex 68G. Hashtag, no. I guess it has something to do with that debacle in Chicago, research into cleaning up the CEZ and whatnot. I thought it would be nice if we could give him a hand, just lend him a prototype or the specs, let him test the laser out there. I mean, maybe. Thanks for the emails, though. Yeah, I was not trying to commit it to memories, and I actually completely forgot about it. 2384547. 23847, submit code. Maybe he has the code to this, or, you know, a way to open it. Power output. Preliminary reports aren't good. We can miniaturize the aperture and emission array from the MP Laser 3, and it's definitely possible to get down to a handheld size. But that's never been a problem. Energy density is the core concern. Our batteries just aren't up to snuff if we shrink them down to pistol size. Without the MP Laser 3's battery pack, we'll be lucky if we ever find a way to break 6 or 7 shots. It's a terrible problem, and one of the boys over in materials science have been dragging their feet on. Been ducking in chicken to using some of the new dual-phase batteries, but the cost seems prohibitive. I've made a note to Director Huey asking if we could get some help from Ares Arms Europe. The Firelance research teams made a great deal of headway using staged graphene capacitors. Maybe there's something we could learn from them. Maybe, who knows? Attention Ares Asia Holdings employees and their residents. Last week, Knight Aaron officers blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Dr. Hardingham, it's our belief that the troll we recorded is interested in the research you and Dr. Taylor are undertaking. As such, we will be providing extra security for your off-site team building exercise. Please be extremely careful when not within the facility. Your research and person are under threat at the moment. Okay, well, that's a thing. Drone integration. Oh, is that gonna be the code, maybe? Things proceed apace, assuming a standard medium drone like the Inquisitor or Rover 9230 models. The drone provides a sufficient power to enable the prototype effectively unlimited bursts. There's a 30-second charge time if the capacitors are drained rapidly. The small size of the emitter lens also means that the prototype can be mounted modularly or internally as the platform dictates. For smaller drone sizes, the output is more restricted but still valuable. Charge times increase to between 2 and 5 minutes, assuming standard battery power. This does unfortunately reduce the drone's loiter time. Each shot reduces the loiter time by approximately 2.5 minutes. More than enough for a sustained engagement, but something we'll want to keep an eye on. I believe we can increase efficiency in these cases by including a supercooling medium, liquid nitrogen or the like, to reduce the heat pump's draw from the power systems. Maybe something like we worked out for the Sentinel P series berths. Maybe, who knows. Emails, that's always interesting. Hey, Killjoy and Pub Time, and then nothing in between. Taylor, I don't think you're taking the security breach seriously enough. A bloody troll tried to waltz into the building, not just once but twice. He beat up some of the bully boys downstairs, and he's definitely after our work. They want to waltz off to the pub like nothing's happened. Let's go in a group, man. Right. Listen, I don't know how you managed to beat me in that last game, but I know you're cheating. All the data checks out, but I can't believe your aim's suddenly gotten so much better than mine. When I find out what huck you cooked up, you're going to owe me 50 million. Either that or your characters are all going to be wearing bright green lime costumes from now on. That sounds like fun. Especially considering 50 million is probably nothing to you guys. You're head researchers, for Pete's sake. Leaking vents. Dr. Taylor, we appreciate your concern about the threat neutralization. Oh, that's not even... Why does he have that? Dr. Taylor, we appreciate your concern about the threat neutralization system leaking from your office air vent. Your safety and the safety of the labs are our topmost priorities. Till we can get maintenance to inspect the valve, we can access the security control for vent 3 via the matrix. The blocker IC code is Cortex Freeze. Creative, sure. Should any further leaks occur, please contact us again. I have no idea what you're talking about. Pub time. Okay, Tara, if you've gotten 8 people and the body got together for a pint or two after we have our meeting, I'm game. Sorry about being so testy earlier. I just don't relish the idea of being beaten to a bloody pulp by some trog with an interest in my research. Well, you know, I understand that. Okay, so we didn't find what we really wanted. We found a code to an IC. It's about as uninteresting as it got. I should not say uninteresting. Alright, what's in here? Something important. Security system servers. Ah, camera footage. Very well. What else do we have to do? We have to get this, but we still don't know how to open it. I think that's what the whole email thing was supposed to show me, but I haven't pieced it together fully yet. Oh. Do I want to go through there? Find a key for the lamp safe. That's not done yet. Let me see. Have I been everywhere here? Let me just make sure, alright? Because if we haven't been you know what? I don't know how long I've been recording. It's a bit of an issue. My usual issue, I should say. I think what I'll do is I'll just finish the mission, and if it takes too long, I guess it's gonna be 2 days. that's me, all right. Oh, God, there's a vent here. You can't send drones in though, apparently. Fine, I guess the only way to go is there. I still think it's a terrible idea to do that. Confirm. Hey boy and girl. Hey, who the hell are you? I don't recognize you, which means you sure as hell don't work on this floor. What's your business here? Well, I need to get into... I may have dropped the dice. No, you don't. Now get lost. I'm gonna beat you until Kenny comes out. I mean... What am I missing? Okay, I'm gonna reload that because that was stupid. I knew it was a bad idea, you know, but whatever. Just confirm.